Here we go. So this meeting is being recorded. Okay. All right. Hello. Welcome in.
Hello.
So your name is Paul Deep, correct?
Correct. Yeah. Paul Deep Gill.
Say that again.
Paul Deep Gill.
Paul Deep Gill. Nice to meet you, Paul Deep. My name is Samantha.
Nice to meet you, Samantha.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming into counseling today. And I'm curious, is this your first time with the counseling experience?
I saw a counselor like a long time ago, but I feel like I didn't really have a great experience. I don't think I don't know. I don't feel like I connected well with the counselor. So after that, I never went back. So, but I did go one time. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm hearing that you did go one time. It wasn't the greatest experience. You felt like you didn't maybe connect with the therapist, right?
Yeah. I didn't really feel like, I don't know. I didn't connect with them. So I didn't really feel like opening up.
Mm.
Yeah. So, but now I'm ready to kind of try it again. Things have been just going pretty bad in my life right now. And I'm just super stressed out. And I just need some help, I feel like, and somebody to talk to and maybe kind of get things straight.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it sounds like things are kind of stressful for you, right? And you want someone to talk to. And the reason I asked about, your previous counseling experience is just because as the therapist, I want you to feel comfortable here in the counseling session. And, I don't know if you're able to recall, like, if there was something particularly that you felt was uncomfortable with the previous therapist. Um, just so that way we can work together to really make you feel comfortable and so that we can work to best meet your needs.
I'm trying to think. I don't know. I just kind of felt like it was a guy counselor, and I just feel like it didn't feel really genuine to, sorry,
It's okay.
sorry.
That's something to say too.
Yeah. So I brought my dogs with me.
It's okay.
And my service dog. No, I don't know. I just didn't feel like, it just felt kind of rushed. Like he was just like trying to get me in and get me out. And I didn't really feel like he was kind of like trying to listen to me. He was just trying to like figure my problem out like right then and there. And I just didn't feel really comfortable like with that kind of situation. So I mean, I think he had good intentions. I just don't think he really took any time to like build on the rapport with me. That's what I think was lacking.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'm hearing that what you can recall is that the previous therapist felt like he was just trying to, and it was a male, right? That he was just trying to like kind of rush to the point that you didn't really feel like a connection was built. And so that was a little uncomfortable for you. Is that right?
Yeah, it was a little uncomfortable. Like, I don't know, it kind of felt like I was talking to like my brother or my friend, and they're like just talking to me. I don't know. It didn't feel like he was really like he was trying to give me more advice than just kind of listening to me as well.
Okay.
So maybe that was it. But I was also younger too. So I think now I'm a little older, and so I'll give it more of an opportunity this time, I think.
I gotcha. Okay. So a few factors, personal factors there, it sounds like too. You were a little bit younger. And how old were you then?
I was like 24, 23, 24. Yeah.
Okay. And how old are you now?
Now I'm 32.
32? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you, Paul Deep, for sharing that, background. It really helps me to be able to, be present for you and also, just help you to feel comfortable. I want you to feel like this is, your safe space and that, whatever it is that you're wanting to work on, that you feel comfortable sharing that. And so that's kind of my next question for you is, I'm curious, I read over the intake paperwork a little bit, but I want to hear from you. Tell me a little bit about what's going on, what brings you into counseling.
Well, so I just I just finished school. I just finished getting my engineering degree.
Okay.
And me and my wife are married, and we're actually expecting a child here in a couple months.
Oh,
Um,
congratulations.
yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's really exciting time. Um, but it's also like super stressful because, um, I got a lot of debt from going to school. So I have like all this money, this big loan that I took out. And,
Oh,
I thought as soon as I finish school, I'm going to get this good paying job, and I'll be able to like take care of my family. And, I finished school and I've been to interviews before, but I haven't got any positions. I haven't got any callbacks.
oh,
And, I'm like super stressed out, and I'm just like, I feel kind of like I'm stuck, and
stuck.
especially with all this big, student debt I have now. And, my wife is gonna take time off because she's gonna be giving birth. So like,
Yeah.
it's my money that we're gonna be relying on. And I'm starting to like question myself, like, is my life worth it? Like, I
Mhm.
kind of feel like a loser, just like I didn't feels like I haven't accomplished anything, and what if I can't, like, what if my baby comes and, I don't have a job? Like, I'm super scared as well, but I
Sure.
don't know. That's pretty much what's been going on. I'm just really like scared that I'm not gonna find a job right now.
Or you're not gonna
And
find a
money
job.
is like a big stress. We got the mortgage coming up, and I know giving birth, like, I know there's going to be a big bill from the hospital.
Right.
And I'm trying to get better health benefits too.
Sure.
So there's just like so much going on. It's hard to like think about things. I just feel kind of like, I feel stuck.
You feel stuck.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, that must be challenging. It sounds like there is a lot going on for you, right? I mean, the fact just the transition alone, right? With recent graduation, trying to find employment, that can be, a very stressful situation. And then, right? I mean, another great thing is that you're expecting a child, which is great, right? But then it sounds like as husband and soon to be dad, that adds a little bit of pressure there, right? So that's another
Yeah.
factor to be added to your stress on top of loans. And so it's understandable. I just want to express, that it's understandable that you're under a lot of pressure right now.
Yeah. Thank you. Like, it, and it's like, I don't know, I don't feel like I can talk to my wife about it either,
Mhm,
because I don't know, I don't want to stress her out,
mhm,
and she's pregnant. I just want to,
mhm.
I want to be like a provider, and
Yeah,
I want to take care of the family. And, everybody, her parents, my parents are like looking at me now like, hey, you got to take care of your child. So, um, it is a lot of, it is a lot of pressure for sure.
yeah. A lot of pressure providing for the wife and then all, making sure to be ready for the baby. It sounds like those are pretty important to you.
Yeah, yeah, those are really important, and also like, I want my child to go to college, so like trying to think about the future as
Oh,
well, not just right now. Having some money saved up for her as well. So yeah, there's a lot. It's just overwhelming right now too.
mhm. A little bit overwhelming right now. Okay. And I did want to kind of circle back. I heard you say that you were kind of feeling like um, kind of questioning yourself a little bit, right? Like, is it like worth it? Or, like, am I like I'm a loser? And so I kind of wanted to just check in on that, right? Because one of the things in counseling is we always want to make sure that the client is safe.
Mm.
So part of that is just assessing your safety. So this is something I ask every client, and I want you to feel, comfortable. I'm not judging you, but just checking in. If you've had any thoughts of suicide recently? Any plans or means?
No, like it hasn't. It's never got to that level where like I would ever think about doing anything like to myself. But like I think it's just I'm questioning my value, like my worth, but
Mm,
I don't I feel pretty sad right now, but I don't think it would ever get to that point.
okay.
But I think that's why like I'm trying to come get help for it now because
Mhm.
you know, I can see how maybe it could lead to that if things don't get better, so I'm trying to like stop it from maybe getting to that point. Yeah.
Mhm. Okay. Well, yeah, thank you for sharing that. And it sounds like that you don't necessarily have any suicidal thoughts or plans or means per se, right? But that you, um, are under a lot of pressure and stress. And you could see how if you weren't to get help, that possibly it could lead to that. Is that accurate?
Yeah, like if I don't know like if things got worse, if we lost our house or
Hmm.
but I don't think I would ever do that to my family. Like I could never just abandon them like that. So I don't ever see myself doing that.
Okay.
But there's still like unhealthy ways to cope. I might not get to that level, but I want to be able to handle it, in a healthy ways.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think Paul that says a lot about you, right? To the fact that it sounds like you care a great deal for your family, right? That you respect yourself too, right? To say, like, I would never let it get to that point because I care so deeply for my family. I think that you should be really proud of that.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you, appreciate that.
Yeah. And tell me a little bit more. How long, I guess, would you say you've been feeling this kind of overwhelm?
um it's been at least like probably 3 to 4 months.
Three to four
um
months.
yeah, because I finished school probably like I think 6 7 months ago, and it was shortly after after I graduated. It was happy times and I was celebrating, but then kind of reality kind of set in where it's like, okay, like you need to have a good job now, and
Mm.
now you have all this loan debt you have to pay back. So it was probably a couple months after school finished.
Okay, a couple months after school. But
Yeah.
you've been, feeling this way in general for 3 to 4 months. All right.
Yeah. I mean, I think I had a little bit of it when I was in school too, but I think that was just like being in school, the stresses of being in school and everything. And
Mhm.
I think is also this kind of expectation, like you finish school and you're gonna have this like great job right off the bat, and that's not reality. You got to still work your way up to things and everything. So I think that's kind of like hitting me right now as well.
Absolutely, right, so I'm hearing that, yeah, with school even in schooling, you kind of felt that, right, the overwhelm a little bit as far as with the stress and everything, and I think you make a good point, right, in that any transition, any change is never gonna be easy, right? There's gonna be,
Right.
um, pain there in that adjustment, right? But it doesn't mean it's impossible, right? We can definitely work on different things to figure out, how to make this more manageable. Um,
Yeah.
that's good. And one other question I wanted to ask you is, how long have you been married?
I've been married now for 2 years.
2 years? Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. And then, can you tell me a little bit about your ethnic and cultural background?
Yeah, so I'm a Punjabi, which
Okay.
is Punjab is located in North India. And I was born in America. So I kind of have a mixture, like I kind of am a mixture of both American and Indian culture.
Okay.
My culture is like really important to me, and my religion. Um, Also, after you just asked me that, I kind of realized how like my culture kind of is tied into this maybe because
Oh, good.
um like in our culture it's really important for like the male to be like the breadwinner and to be
Mhm.
taking care of everything. And sometimes in our culture, like they look down upon you if you're not, taking care of your business and stuff. And so maybe there's some of that kind of is leading to my stress as well. Those just like expectations
Mhm.
of my family and how our culture is kind of like how they view things.
Okay. So I'm hearing that in your culture, right, the Punjabi, American Indian, kind of the, I guess, combination, you feel like there is some, I guess, pressures, right, of like the male being the breadwinner, right, and all of that. And so you feel like that could possibly be contributing to how you're feeling. Is that right?
Yeah, I think so because um I think like I remember my like grandpa even saying like, well, if you're not gonna make a lot of money, what's the worth of living and stuff.
Mhm.
And I think that kind of stuck with me, from when I was younger,
Sure.
because he kind of made it seem like if you didn't make a lot of money, you're not really worth it.
Mm,
And so actually now like remembering that, like I see how that kind of like stayed with me, and now it's kind of like causing um some of these feelings I'm having about that. So yeah.
okay. So it sounds like grandpa, right, even said some very specific things as far as if you don't make, a high dollar amount, then kind of what is life, right? Or like what's your life worth? Is that right?
Yeah, yeah. Um and he said it like in Indian, so like it
Mhm.
had a different type of like way he said it, but
So
now,
direct. Yeah.
yeah, but
Translating.
now that I said that in English, I'm like, oh wait, that's kind of what he was saying too. So yeah, I see that.
Hmm. Okay. So a lot of different factors, right, playing into the overwhelm. And that's understandable that that would be an added pressure. But I do want to provide you with hope, right? To just know that there is things that we can definitely work on as we get to know each other more, to really target these feelings of overwhelm and kind of set up some strategies to right get through this. So I kind of want to.
Yeah, I think, yeah, you made me feel really comfortable, and I think I definitely will be coming back,
Oh,
this time. So
yeah.
I appreciate that, you really you're hearing me out and you're kind of understanding. This is a much better experience than I had the last time that I went to counseling.
Oh, hey, your dog wants to say something too. Well, I'm so thankful, that you feel that way. And, if there is any time where you do feel uncomfortable, let me know. I'm not going to be offended, right? Because I'm here to work alongside you. So really, respect you just being honest with me. And just to kind of heads up, in the next session, we'll kind of work on like establishing some goals for therapy. So maybe between now and next week, if you can kind of think of some things that you would like to work specifically on, we'll work on establishing that. And then I will also help you with coming up with some resources that we can look at for like financial assistance and whatnot to get you through this time. Would that be helpful?
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. That
Yeah.
sounds good. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming in today. I really, have enjoyed getting to know you, and I think we'll work well together, and um, definitely want to just reiterate, right, that we will work through helping to get you through this time.
Yeah. No, I appreciate everything that you're doing and your time. So, when's our next session? Is it next week or
Yes. So next Tuesday at 3:30.
next Tuesday, 3:30? Okay.
That sound good?
I'll be there. Sounds good. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.